Hi, everybody, and welcome to the DSN Art Gallery. I'm Tara Gray. Thanks so much for joining us. This is a cutting-edge new way to buy art. And we have our art expert, Ron McWhorter, here. Thank you, Ron, for being here.
Always a pleasure.
Yes. And Miss Trish Biddle, who is just so fabulous and so fun and so fantastic. And all the other,
Whoa.
Yes. I'm telling you what, her pieces are absolutely extraordinary.
Thank
and she
you.
is here. So thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being here.
Thank you.
You know what, Ron? Tell us a little bit about Trish.
Well, Trish, the first time I met her was in Vegas.
Yeah?
And these next two pieces are kind of like Vegas type because they're rich colors. It's kind of a Frank Sinatra type air type piece, and it's got that feeling of Frank in the lounge with the boys.
That's
Yes,
right.
Kind of
absolutely.
like looking at the girls and hanging out.
That's right.
Trish, you have been doing this for a very, very long time. How did you know? When was that moment that you knew this is what I want to do with the rest of my life? Did you have that moment?
Well, yeah. I mean, but it was an ongoing process. There were several aha moments, and the aha moments just sort of got bigger and bigger and bigger,
Right.
and here I am today.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm telling you what, her pieces, her paintings, all about fashion, all about glamour. You actually have a fashion background, right?
For many years, and I worked as a out of art school. I did fashion illustration quite a bit, and then I got hired by a big clothing manufacturer to work in their design department, and I learned textile design there, and that's what plays a big part of my paintings today is the textile background that I have. So I just worked years doing that and realized that I loved fine art so much. I really wanted to be a fine art painter. So I started incorporating everything that I've learned over the years, the fashionistas, and then I also love vintage, all things vintage.
Oh, yeah.
And started incorporating that into my fine art paintings with the textiles and then the figures, and then starting to make scenes and stories out of my own imagination. And so this is how this whole Glamorous Women, Fabulous Places developed.
Well, you certainly are glamorous, and you certainly are fabulous. And what you have brought with you today, I love it. We're calling it Holiday. And very, very old school, old Hollywood type of feel here. I absolutely love this piece. This is going to go anywhere in your home. Anywhere in your home, right?
Absolutely. This is great in
Let's
the
take a
office,
look at it.
Anywhere.
Oh, my goodness. So pretty. Ron, the first thing that jumps out at me are those colors. I tell you what.
That's why I said this was one that she dialed in the old rich colors. Even the background is a lot more intense. It's got a lot more rich, and it's got a lot more movement to it. And the chandeliers on both sides are just amazing. Plus the mistletoe.
Yeah, that's that touch of romance. I always got to sneak some romance in there to inspire people.
I love it. Well, it looks like the lights are, I mean, you've done such a great job with the shading on this. The first thing I noticed are those lights. It looks like it's an actual light coming out of the painting, almost 3D.
That's the development I've learned over the years, self-taught, is just layering the paint until I slowly develop this richness, and then my highlights sort of come into play. I mean, they're always there, but they get more and more intense as you're layering that paint.
Sure.
And that's what makes it pop. That's what makes it, that mood that you're trying to capture. And hopefully I captured it in these two pieces.
You did.
There's a certain
did.
mood that you would have if you were having a holiday at Frank's.
Absolutely. Well, I want everybody out there to know you are seeing two pieces here. They are two separate pieces. You can purchase both of them as a pair, or you can just purchase one if you prefer. I love the pair because I love how aesthetically pleasing to the eye it is when you hang them side by side. Let's take a look at the first one. This has more of the blues in it, and we are going to go through this. Again, that lighting, that shade, those colors, it's just amazing what you can do.
And there's that little ring she's pulling out of there.
Oh, now I like the ring.
What is she thinking?
And you talked about the lights. If you look at the lights coming out the top, it actually reflects right on the shoulder of the girl in the background. So she's got the lighting, amazing job of doing lighting and shadowing on this piece.
See, that's why you're here, because I never would have looked at that little detail. You're so good
He's
at those
got a
little
good
details.
eye.
I'm telling you,
He's got a great
fantastic eye. But that makes it so important, though.
Yes.
It's very important. And those are the little things that you look at in fine art. And these are all fine art sheet clays, which means they're going to last you a lifetime. You can pass them down to generation
That's
to
right.
generation. I love this. Let's take a look at the first. Now, tell me what this is.
Oh my, those are my original sketches, I believe. Yes.
How cool is that?
Well, this is the very, honestly, that's not the very beginning. The very beginning, they're pretty scribbly because I'm just getting this image in my head and I'm putting it on the paper, whether I'm sitting in the pickup line in my minivan, picking up my daughter at school, or, I get these inspirations and ideas. So I sketch them down real quick on the paper,
that's so cool.
and then I develop them till they're real clean line, and that's what you see here. And
so do you remember when you got the idea for this particular piece, kind of what inspired you?
I think there were a lot of different things that inspired me on this one. First, I love holiday, first of all, and then the romance.
Right.
And then, he's giving her a ring. And then this is another one of those paintings that was sort of born as I was working it.
Oh, sure. Now, this right here is in process,
that's
right?
Right. It
there we go.
slowly came to life, and you can see me there working on some of the highlights. But
that's so neat.
definitely the image was pulled out, as I'm layering these paints. And then, of course, there's my textile background. You can see with the detail on the skirt and on the wallpaper. And I'm also a foodie, I might add. See the little treats.
Yes.
You got
foodie and jewelry and glamour.
I mean,
you.
What more do you need in life?
Exactly. You know, Ron, I think this is so cool because we are seeing her actually work. Where else in the world, when you purchase a piece of art, do you actually get to see pictures of the actual artist working?
There's no place, no gallery, no online that I've ever heard of or ever seen. And I'm always looking for new ideas and new trends, online and offline, where you can actually go on, see how the artist develops it, the colors that they're using, all this. This is the only place you're going to see it.
That's why this is a cutting-edge new way to purchase art. I want everybody at home to remember this is the only place in the world that you can purchase these Trish Biddle pieces. She's painted these especially for us, exclusively for our DSN viewers. So keep that in mind. You can't go out to a store and buy these, so you have to get them today. They are limited. So if you are thinking about it, I'd suggest getting yours today. We're going to tell you how to purchase them in just a moment. We have some up close. Oh, I love this one. I want you guys to see this. And you're going to see why I love this so much. There's the ring.
Yes.
I just love everything about every single piece that you do for us.
And initially that ring was in the box in the painting.
Really?
Yeah. And something said, take it out and make her look at it.
We want to see the ring.
So she's...
Now we're looking for a yes or maybe no.
I think that's what the next thought is. What is, and when you look at that painting, what is she thinking?
And I just got chills because it all just came together for me at this moment. This is what would happen at Frank's. It would. Women would be getting all these, you'd be sipping champagne and having martini and getting jewelry.
Oh my gosh.
I have chills. This is exactly what you'd be doing at Frank's.
Let's go.
I know. All right, so take a look at this. This is the second piece now. Now, this one has a little bit more red and some of those golden tones in it. But I love how well it goes with the other one, too.
Yeah, well, I like to work in pairs because I think they sort of play off each other for one thing.
Yes.
And also, it's kind of like a movie. There's got to be a sequel.
Yeah.
And then, in this one, so this would be probably part of the story because there's the little blue box and it's not open.
Oh, and the little blue box.
And then
we have a close-up of that.
Right, so there's that whole mystery of what's inside and, and then hopefully it can inspire.
Well, did you see the shading, the lighting on this one too, on her arm? Yep. Take a look at that. Oh, we can't see in this one. We'll show you to you in a minute. Take a look at this. This is another in-progress shot of Trish. You're actually painting this piece. That is so neat to me.
Okay, well, you can see there on the left a little bit the underpainting. That's the very beginning stages. But as I'm finalizing, obviously I did that one first with the red dress.
Yes, you can see the shading there. And Ron, that's very, very difficult to do, isn't it?
Yep, because she just goes layer after layer.
And it's about the muscle and where the lighting hits the muscle. And some of that comes just from training, reading books on Michelangelo and things like that. And some of it is just from, years of learning and developing my figures. And I just have kind of an instinct to, and, I look where my chandelier is and I look, and also where the muscles are moving. That's very important because it hits at different angles.
Well, let's take a look at some of these up close and personal shots, and we're just going to scroll through these. I love, love, love the little blue box. Every single girl knows. They know what that little blue box is. We're going a little fast now.
Mistletoe.
I'm going fast.
I saw some mistletoe.
I kind of did. Let's go back if we could. Can we go backwards? I really kind of want to let's talk about the actual pictures before we move forward.
But
there we go.
There's the mistletoe. Oh, and I might add too, this is part of my design background, which just comes out, is the peacock feathers.
I love that.
Huge trend in fashion right now. I don't know if you've noticed, but in shoes and handbags and all this.
I have.
The turquoise or something in the blue, the colors of the feathers and the feathers itself. So.
And you know, this is in the red painting with all the red, so that blue is going to go correspond with the other one, which is mainly blue.
Right, and then sort of a vintage look, and then I get to have my design skills thrown in there with designing little brooches or designing a little purse, or that's
because
the
you
fun
have the
part.
fashion background, right?
I get to be a designer, so that's amazing to me that I get to do that. I'm really happy with what I do.
Well, we should mention that all of these pieces come wall ready. They all come framed, and we're going to take a look at the pieces framed and that close personal look at the actual frame too. Now, Ron, you picked these specifically for each piece. These are not just frames that every single one of our pieces has. They're designed for the piece. Talk about how quality. Look at that.
Yes, this is the leading manufacturer of molding in the United States, probably the world. And this is called Calais, and it's called French black is the color. And it's a warm mocha color with a little bit of highlights of reds on the tops. A lot of great design work in it. It accents her time period pieces. That's what I like to call them excellently. And she wanted a dark piece, and I didn't, but I looked at it, and I'm like going, this is amazing with it.
It's vintage. It gives it the vintage feel. And the French, I love that it's French black, because
Yes.
it's also that European flavor a little bit.
Well,
Yes.
I love the kind of scroll work, because we were discussing this before the show. A lot of your pieces actually have that scroll work in them.
I think that's just real organic. I like scrolly things.
Me too. Everything's better with the scroll, right?
I remember I had an art teacher when I was in art school. Said, your work is very organic.
In other words,
natural
scrolling.
Yes, just
Very
that
scrolling.
that hand is just very fluid and likes to go as opposed to being geometric and structured so much.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's just beautiful. Do we have some more shots here? We have one, yes, in the actual living room. Now, I love these living room shots because it gives you an idea of actually what this is going to look like in your home. It could be in your living room. It could be in your office. Take a look at this. Love, love, love these. Again, they come in a pair, but you can purchase just one if you prefer, right?
The red pillows.
Matched it
I
on.
love the red pillows.
And what a pop of color in a more neutral space.
That's
Yes.
right.
And it is. The couch is a light color. The rooms are nice and warm, but it just pops it. Just brings out that front coffee table, the end table. It's a nice
And
complementary.
see how it
table
brings
like
a
that.
feeling? It gives you a feeling.
Yeah.
It does.
It's telling a story. It gives you a feeling. It inspires you and intrigues you. And it's like, what is that? And what is he doing? And what is she? The whole story.
Absolutely.
It's so. And I love the way it's paired with the
Well,
pillows.
they correspond so beautifully. You have some reds in the blue one, the mainly blue one. You have some blues in the red one.
That's
They are
right.
just perfectly matched, and you can really tell that her fashion background has come out in these. Take a look at them side by side again. I absolutely love, love, love these pieces. You're going to get two if you want, or you can just purchase one. It is totally up to you. We're going to tell you how to purchase these pieces. They are fine clays. We are limited, right?
Yes.
Very limited.
Yes.
So I want everybody at home to remember that. We are very, very, very limited in these. So if you want one, you're going to need to pick it up now. Fine art clay, Ron, in essence, what does that mean?
It's a fine art clay on canvas. It's the best canvas, the best pigments. It lasts forever, and these pieces are not going to last long because her art is going to zoom out the door. It will touch more people than I think any of the others, the ones that we have done so far.
Absolutely. And remember, this is a DSN exclusive. Guys, I'm telling you what, I really do think, this lady right here associated with Eva Longoria and George Lopez and the Kentucky Derby and the Westminster Dog Show. These are very, very special pieces. So I encourage you right now, you may not ever get an opportunity to get these pieces again. So make sure that you do that. Again, the only place in the world you can purchase them is right here. Trish Biddle, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. It's
Every
an
single
honor.
time. It shocks me even more what you can come up with.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Ron McWhorter, your expertise is always just
Thank you.
so spot on. So stay with us because we're going to tell you exactly how you can purchase Holiday. Don't go anywhere.